Good morning. Good morning. It's time to rise and receive. Hope your day is off to a good start. This is your 10-minute morning send-off designed to support you in receiving what you most want by unlearning struggle. Hey, Julie and Colette, welcome. Nice to see you again. So today we're going to talk about how to invite good fortune when you feel restricted. I was trying to find the perfect word to really communicate when you feel like the outer world is there's only so much you can do. So maybe you feel trapped, you feel restricted, constricted, bound up, that the outer world has power over you. All right, so that's what we're going to talk about today. And today's card that I pulled from the Receive card deck is Receive Freedom. Receive freedom. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to send you off on your day with your willingness mantra. And then we're going to do a little bit of a deeper dive because I know a lot of people are feeling that these days. Doesn't take much to find something to make us feel restricted, whether it's the pandemic or the economy or the job market because of the things that are happening around the world, or all kinds of injustice that feel like it's beyond our control, or the media or the election. See, I was able to rattle off 6 or 7 right there. And that's just in the outer world, or not just, but that's the outer world. Then each of us have our own individual lives where we might feel restricted. So today is about helping you tap into the true source of your freedom. And if you don't know me, my name is Sonia Miller. I'm a speaker, coach, and best-selling author, and I am passionate about teaching people how to receive, because receiving is its own very specific, concrete, and results-producing skill set. And what most of us know is how to work hard and struggle. But the truth is that while some struggle in life is natural, much of it is learned. It's a way of relating to life and relating to our own inner world and the things that occur, conditions, people, and scenarios. It's because we've learned how to battle and we've learned how to resist. And because it's such a natural part of how we do things, because doing and over-relying on doing and thinking and figuring out is so deeply ingrained, we don't even realize that there's a much kinder, easier, gentler way, and a very abundant way. So that's what we do here, is we learn about how to receive. How to receive. So with that, what I'm going to do is I've taken an excerpt from this card, the Receive Freedom card. And I won't read the whole card, but if you'd like to do a deep dive into this concept, then I'm going to include a link and you can watch an earlier video where I read the whole card and we talk about receiving freedom. I'm inspired to just share a little quick story about where my deeper understanding of the true source of freedom came from for me. And many years ago, my mom got diagnosed with cancer, and I became her caregiver for 4 years. And I was very conflicted, and I felt very restricted because, of course, I love my mother and I wanted to help her and care for her. And yet for anyone who's ever been a caregiver, and I know some of you are watching, you know that this is such an intense thing. It's so intense and there's so much pressure on you and your life, so it can feel incredibly restrictive. I felt trapped many times, and trapped between wanting to help her and wanting to live my life, and knowing that I could not control the conditions of the world. I wasn't going to find freedom because I couldn't control the situation. She had cancer. We had to do the treatments 4 years. And I remember when she first got diagnosed, my thought was, I don't want my life to become about her cancer journey. And yet, that was my lot in life. So this is where I did a deep dive into receiving, and I've applied it to different areas of my life. And I'm really passionate about teaching this because we all are experiencing some form of restriction right now, whether it's in our personal lives or the world. So that's where this comes from. Okay, so here's an excerpt from the Receive Freedom card. When you have learned the struggle of entrapment, You become like elephants who remain prisoners of the circus. These majestic creatures learn to stay put and do as they were told while they were small and could still be controlled, with merely a rope and an animal trainer teaching them the ways of the circus. But once grown, if the queen or king elephant ever wanted to be free, they wouldn't need to fight or struggle against the tiny rope. They would only need to remember the power of their mere presence. Then they would practice listening more to the voice of their inner wisdom, above and beyond the noise of the trainer, the clowns, the music, and the crowds. And when all was quiet in their outdoor corral, they would simply stand up and walk away. Your life may at times feel like you're trapped in a circus tent. Everywhere you turn, you feel powerless to escape. Perhaps others are depending on you for their well-being and safety. Or your work at a job feels less than joyful, but necessary. Or the world appears crazy in more ways than you can even respond to. Or your body isn't appearing or functioning the way you'd like. As you become willing to turn your attention away from the physical world, find a way to sit and be still. Breathe deeply and feel your breath and the sensations in your body. You will become an invitation to come home to yourself, to feel yourself, to hear yourself, to know yourself, and to reconnect with your true nature. And as you do, your actions will move away from struggle towards an inspired expression of freedom. And the funny thing about freedom is that it is, in fact, about being kept. But instead of a circus keeping you prisoner, it is you who keeps sacred your peace, power, and joy, to have and to hold by always returning to yourself. So I hope this is landing with you, touching something within you about where the true source of your freedom is. And here is your willingness mantra for the day. I love this one. This is one of my favorites. I am willing to savor my freedom by always returning to myself. I am willing to savor my freedom by always returning to myself. So if you are feeling restricted, use that mantra. Every time you're feeling it, use that mantra. That's what I did. When I was caring for my mom for 4 years, I remember my brain would be screaming, I feel trapped, I feel trapped, I feel trapped. But I knew by then in my studies and in my journey that as long as I kept affirming that I was trapped, I would feel trapped, just like the elephant. If all you look at is proof that you're trapped, because that's all you've ever known, because it's well ingrained, you're going to feel trapped, even if you're the freest being in the universe, which you are. But you must look for evidence of your freedom. So returning to the self is the place that we come home to our freedom. And I used to say, my mantra was, I am willing to feel and know my freedom under all conditions. I'm willing to know the truth of my freedom under all conditions, because I knew in my head that I was free. I didn't feel it, but I had to become willing to put my attention on freedom versus trapped. So that's your 10-minute morning send off. Excuse me. And to unpack it a little bit more, I want to talk about two very important concepts. These are actually two of the mini micro teachings that have come out recently in my Start Receiving Now 30-day challenge. One of them, the topic is meet your new best friend. Your best friend is your inner witness. That ability to witness, to wake up, anytime you're struggling, you can either get lost in the struggle, I feel trapped, I feel trapped, I feel trapped, or you can witness that you're having those thoughts and simply say, oh, I'm thinking about feeling trapped and I'm collecting evidence for all the ways I'm trapped. I can see that. I am a witness to my thoughts. So that's the first very important piece of receiving and being a fortunate receiver, is you get to work with your best friend, your inner witness, and witness the struggle. And then the second piece that's so powerful is the power of choice. That was another micro teaching, the power of choice. Once the witness realizes that you're actually engaged in struggle, that you're participating in struggle, that you're either battling something or resisting something, then you have a choice. Am I going to continue to collect evidence for my struggle, to be right about my struggle, to just keep seeing how trapped I am? Or am I going to put my attention on my freedom and look at, where's the freedom in my life? Return home, connect with my body, and then become curious about how to return and keep sacred your peace, power, and joy. Okay? You are freedom. That is your true nature. But your awareness and how you direct your attention determines whether you feel freedom or not. So I hope this is helpful. And if it is, please like, please share, please hit the red subscribe button on YouTube. It helps me reach the people that I'm here to serve. And 2 resources. I actually decided as I was reading this, I'm going to give you 3 resources and you can see which one speaks to you. One that I haven't talked about a lot recently, but is always available, are 2 gift guided meditations. Okay. One of them is designed to help you go in and feel that freedom by letting everything be as it is. Go to unlearnstruggle.com, put in your name and email. You can receive 2 guided meditations as my gift to help you connect with what you truly want and also unlearn struggle. So that's one. If you like these Rise and Receives and haven't already signed up, go to receivecarddeck.com. You can get your own card deck. I'll let you know as soon as they're available. We're setting up the Amazon store right now, so I'm really excited. It's coming soon. And finally, if you would like to really get daily support from me every day for 30 days with a micro teaching, go to the 30-day challenge to start receiving now. And that's reCeiveChallenge.com. I'll include all the links, plenty of support for you to reclaim your power, reclaim your freedom, and start receiving fortunately, abundantly, and easily in your life. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you at the next Rise and Receive. Bye, everybody.